Welcome back. Today we'll explore different options that we have in N8N. So this is the work bench, and here the very first thing that we need to do is rename. So let's give it as first automation, and it's going to help us understand what the automation is all about. We can have a lengthy one as well to make it more explanatory. Here we can add tag so that we can clearly demarcate what are the different automations that we have for something like onboarding, something not useful, something recruitment, etc. And then this is a place where we could hit the save button. If we make any changes here, as soon as we make any change, we should be click on the save. This is the editor page wherein we can create our workflows, and the execution is where we could see the different executions that we have done for this workflow. These are two important things. And then this pane on the right hand side is where we're going to add the different tools. So let's get started. Here, the very first thing that should happen is the trigger. So there is always a starting point as to how we are going to start the workflow. Either it should be a manual trigger, or it should be for an event, or it could be on a schedule wherein I will trigger it automatically every day at 9 in the morning or at 6 p.m. in the evening. Or we can use a webhook call wherein it is tagged to a certain webhook, and then on invoking it will go ahead and start executing that. There's an on-form submission, which is basically a form that we could create on our own, and then when somebody fills the form and submits it, the further workflow triggers. And then we could also use executed by another workflow, wherein I am having two different workflows. The second workflow will trigger only after the first one is complete, or something like that. And then a very important one is an on chat message, wherein we are going to get some information as a chat input, and then further it will be taken as the instructions for the workflow to begin. Example, say I want to search all the restaurants in Bangalore is an input in the chat message. So that will be taken as an input, and that is fed into the workflow, and it does the remaining part of the work. So these are some of the most important ones, while we have other things as well. While you can see there are email triggers, error triggers, MCP servers, N8Ns, and SSE triggers. We will explore all of these one by one in the coming days. Thank you. More in the next. Subscribe.